Hi everyone, Shawn here from the Sci-Fi Model Guy, and we've made it, everyone. This is the final reveal video of the USS Enterprise 350 scale from Polar Lights. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm a little bit out of breath, and I'm out of breath on the reveal video. I actually had a little bit of a health scare a couple days ago. I'm okay. I'm on the mend, and the good news is I am going to be better. The last couple months have just been pretty bad for me, and I didn't even notice it. So long story short, I'm going to be okay. And just forgive me there on the video here. I'm still kind of on the mend. In this video, we're going to look at the display and the ship, obviously, and we're going to start it off with the little things I learned, things I didn't like about it, or things I might do a bit differently, and then we're just going to go right to the reveal. And that's it, everyone. I have one other little piece of news here. I did actually start another YouTube channel. It is called Shawn's Showcase Cinema, and you can get that in the description below. I'll pin the link there. And that one, I'm just reviewing movies that I like. It's movies. Generally, they're going to be from 1940 upward to about the year 2000, kind of that area. I consider the better age of cinema. The stuff now, not so good. There are some gems out there. But anyway, I'm just reviewing movies I like. I'm going to have some live streams on there and be putting out a video every week on that channel as well. So I'm really excited. So if you're interested in movies and you're interested, go ahead and check that out. I put the first video out, actually came this morning. I reviewed a movie called The Final Countdown with Kirk Douglas and Martin Sheen. It's kind of cool time travel-y sci-fi movie with an aircraft carrier. And it's really neat. It's one of my favorites. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much. And if you are enjoying these videos, enjoying the channel, and haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that little subscribe button down below. And please leave a comment in the comment section below if you like the video or not. It really does help the algorithm. And don't forget to send me emails, everybody. Starting with the next build series, I will start doing a showcase of your submissions each and every video instead of doing one long one. So that we're going to be increasing the output of those. So keep them coming. It's the sci-fi model guy at gmail.com. Send me emails, send me pictures if you want to be shown on the channel. All right. That's it, everyone. Long intro over. Enjoy it. Have a great day wherever you are. Please take care of yourself. Listen to your body. Everyone, if you aren't feeling well, please go to the doctor. Don't put things off like I did. And I almost paid for it. So I'm glad I'm here with you. See you soon. Okay, everyone, we are done. Everything is complete. The only little thing I have to do here is glue these pieces on here. I'm just waiting for them to dry, and so I can clear coat them, and then I can install them permanently. So I thought, why wait? Let's record this video now. I am so excited and anxious to get this out to you guys. So here we are. So let's start with the bad. So the design on this, I could have done a little bit of a better job. I kind of built this on the fly, as it were. I mean, I did do some design. I should have thought it out a little bit more because the ship actually comes out, it doesn't come out quite in the center between back here and up here. And that was just because there wasn't enough room inside. So all these panels that you see, there are wires underneath and things going on that I didn't really think about because I didn't consider that the ship has the display base, the round black thing, and that has to sit in there. So this will all come apparent when I do the video for how I built the display. And there's one other little part of this that I'm a little bit disappointed with, and that is the lights here. The color on them isn't quite as strong as I had hoped for. It was just a little bit different technique of what I did, and that is because I didn't paint these alone. I'm using a filter, actually just kind of the things you would get to separate your notebook in school that are colored. I put those underneath these things to filter the light and come up, and it just didn't turn out right. And if you look here, you can kind of see some cloudiness. That's because of the glue that is doing that. The CA glue is making that happen. So if I were to do this again, I would probably just go ahead and paint these on the underside to get rid of that and just have nice, strong, bold colors. It does look good. Like when you see this on here, it'll look fine. It's just I'm not too thrilled with that cloudiness. But on the positive note, these things only light up when we turn it on, which we'll show you in a second. And so there is that benefit. So like when it's off, if I had painted them, having them be off, you'd still see the color, which I kind of like that they're clear. Okay, now to the coolest part. These here are the buttons that are connected to the soundboard that I got. It was about a $20 purchase. I will try to remember to put the link in the description if you want to buy one. And the soundboard comes with a little speaker that I took off, and inside here is actually a pair of computer speakers that I got, just cheap ones. They're about $20, and they have a little bit of bass to them, and it's really nice. So those are installed way in the back, and I had to kind of perform surgery on those to get them to fit. So again, that was a design thing. I had started building this thing before I bought the speakers, and so this display thing is actually just a little bit too small. I made it work. It came out good, but it's kind of ugly back there where the speakers are. However, you can still hear it just fine. So yeah, the soundboard records up to 5 minutes of material, and I will be playing that soon for you so you can hear what all these things are. Obviously, there's phasers and photons. And then sick bay, which is some just various sounds from the medical bay, and then a thing called mission, which plays the theme for the show, and then some bridge sound, and then like a battle simulation. It's pretty cool. Going over here, and obviously we have two switches. This will turn on the computer console power, which is here, and then the ship's power will turn on there. So the other little feature I will show you before we turn on the power is right here. You can see I put on these little Velcro things. It's just a wooden panel. Now behind here is a little compartment for the batteries. The soundboard in here actually uses batteries. I didn't figure out a way to connect them to the regular power. I probably would have needed another resistor, and I'm not that versed in electronics, but I'm sure it could be done. So anyway, there's a three AAA batteries in a little box in here, and so I put this in here so that they can be replaced. Right here we have the power coming out for the 9-volt power supply. This is a 9-volt power supply. It can do 12, but I chose 9 just so I didn't want to overheat these components, and it came out just fine. So we have that here, and then down here is a little outlet here, and it just goes to an extension cord that I have plugged down there. And this is for the speakers. I needed a DC outlet to put that DC, but a wall outlet to plug in there. And there wasn't enough room in here to have this plugged into the power strip and this, so I had to do two. So that's another little design flaw of having this a little bit too small. I didn't have enough room in there to do all the things I wanted to. All right, so now that we have all the stuff that I didn't like out of the way, let's go ahead and turn this baby on, shall we? So I'm going to turn on the computer power first. And as you can see, we have decent lighting on there. We've got some blinking lights here, and you can kind of see how the lights are a little dull. They're a little diffused. When the lights are out and it's darker, they look a lot better. But so there are the lights, and there's some blinking. There's a couple ones up there that are blinking. That one's got a different rate than here, so it's just the nav board that's doing that. And let's go ahead, and without further ado, let's turn on the ship's power. So here she is, everyone. I'm really happy with the way it looks. The seam lines came out just right. I mean, you can't even tell that they're there. The bright white lights contrast really well with the warm white. I did want to do a white light here in the sensor dome. I just ran out of them, unfortunately. So I had to go with a warm SMD. That should be white, but minor detail. I hope you can forgive me for. The weathering is all done. I did do a little bit too much maybe down here. There's a little bit too much space dust. You can kind of see those streaks. I had done the same thing on the top, but then I painted back over them with the gray to kind of lessen them. But I left the ones on the bottom. It was just too hard to get up in there and paint it. I didn't want to ruin anything, and it's not like people are going to look underneath this with too much scrutiny for any length of time. So there's also some weathering here around the deflector array. I may have gone a little bit overboard, but I kind of like it. The story of this model is that the ship has finished its 5-year mission. And so she's going to be a little bit stained and a little dirty and need a car wash. I put some here, and I tried to kind of do it on any of the edges. As the ship's traveling, you know, it's going to encounter stuff in the front, you know, things that are forward facing. So the edges here, the deflector array, the front edge of the ship. Move it up here. So you can see there's a little bit of weathering I put there. Decals look really nice. I mean, you can see that there's a decal on here, but in the right angle, it goes away. There's just no way to avoid that unless you were to cut these decals out letter by letter, and that, I think, I would have made too many mistakes. But on the decals here, like on the pennants, and especially the warp nacelles, they look really nice. They came out brilliantly. You know, and here's some more weathering right here. You know, like maybe the plasma exhaust or something. And up here on the top of these end caps. All right. So I'm going to start recording now. I'll start this one here, the mission, and that's going to be playing the intro to the show. I'm just going to play. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to cut the video out after a couple seconds because I don't want to get a copyright claim on the theme to Star Trek, and I know that does happen. So I'm going to press this, and then I'll come back with it after that's over to show you the rest of the sounds. So you can hear it's pretty good sound quality here.
Space, the final frontier.
Okay, so now that's over. Here come the rest of the sounds. Okay. All right, let's do the sick bay. Just some various medical tricordery lab sounds. Okay. And lastly, let's do the phasers and the photon torpedoes, which you heard that in the battle sequence. All right. Okay, everyone, so that does it for the sound display. I apologize for the cut there. I took the old microphone off there because it was just too hard to hold everything together. And anyway, so yeah, we're going to just pan around a little bit here. Or turn it. I've got it on my spinner there. So yeah, ultimately I'm super thrilled with the way this came out. And like I said, the design of the display was just a little rushed, I would say. I didn't quite anticipate how much room I would need, so I was a little short. So you know what they say, measure twice, right? But I didn't quite do that, but made it work. Made it work. Let me pan around here to the back. So there's the nice multicolored tail lights that we have there, and then there's the shuttle bay light, the dome there, which I think I talked about earlier. It's a little bit bright for me, but that's okay. I'm going to hit the photon torpedoes again. I really like that sound. That's really cool. I every now and then I'll come out here and just press that button. Let me go up to here, show the impulse engines. Right there. Sorry about the tilting. But yeah, it came out great, and I really appreciate everyone with their viewing hours and their comments and likes and everything. And hopefully this is a good payoff for you. I had a lot of fun building this one, even though this display probably took me 2 weeks more than I had thought. When asking myself, would I do it again? I don't know. It was an adventure for sure. I'll tell you that. It's I'm happy with the way it came out, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I got tired of working on it, to be honest. So, but I knew it would pay off, and this is the result. And I hope you all like it. It was just it was an endeavor for me, and probably if I were to build it again, it would go a lot smoother now that I have a few things that I realized that I can improve on. I'm not a master wood builder, so I think I did an okay job. You tell me. You guys tell me what you think. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights here to the garage so we can get this in a nice night light view, and we'll be right back, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, here she is at nighttime levels. Really looking cool. When the lights are out is when these things really shine. Do a little bit of beauty shot panning around here. That's a nice angle. Here, why don't we do that? Maybe do that for the thumbnail. Right there. And the neat thing is you can, see I haven't glued that. You can turn off individual components to this if you like, or just rather the ship and the computer. Yeah, I really like the nighttime effect because the ship should illuminate itself. And I like when science fiction shows realize that the starlight is not going to illuminate the ship very much. And if they're near a planet or something, the star would light it up in a specific way. All right, everyone. So that's that. Let me just get a head view from the front. There we go. Looking good. And I'll turn on the console again as we pan out. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Looking forward to the next build series and spending more time with you. Have a great day wherever you are.